Hello minasan, Hihimamanicates, and welcome to another indie game. This one's called Dusk Radio First Transmission, and it's by the developer noinchan. Let's start the game. Much loading. I'm playing this on my browsers. I don't know if that has anything to do. Okay. Welcome back to another night here at Dusk Radio. Sorry. The clock just hit midnight, and this is once more Wake Me When It's Dark with your faithful host, me, Eileen. Most of you know how this works. We work on listener stories. Send us an email, send it through the website, send letters the old way, or you can also call in if you want to have a good story you feel be heard in your own voice. We accept anything scary, eerie, and just so weird you feel like it might not have been something natural. Anything to help others out there wake up this night, and hopefully be too terrified to fall asleep again. We will start the night off with a mail sent by one of you, or faithful listeners. Man, they don't make shows like this anymore. I don't think people listen to radio anymore. I was in my early 20s when I started working as a ranger at a popular tourist spot in the mountains. I will not say where it is since I still work there and don't want anyone to know who I am. Oh, you played the stories. It was during the summer, my first summer there, as I hadn't really been through the busy season yet. There were kids and families up and down the mountains day and night, so we had to be ready to go out and look for people at all times. It was busy when it happened. The other rangers were all out on another job, and I were left alone when I got the call. A group of kids out camping had partied hard and had found all their friends missing. It was up to me to start looking until the more seasoned rangers could come and help look. With just a location and the plea to be quick, I headed into the humid summer night. Slightly proud as this will be my first solo job. Dreaming of finding the missing kids before the others even got started on the case and then be accepted as a fully fledged member of the group. Little did I know that this will be my true initiation into the local park ranger service. Oh, cool. Wow, this is... I need to keep looking. This is a really good idea for a game. But like for multiple games, right? Because you're just like telling the story, so it can be anything, anytime. This is great, actually. I like the concept. Interact with something? With the axe, maybe? Kids, what are you? I heard later that the friend that had gone missing had been drinking a few drinks and had gone off to take a leak. The others waited and waited, but he just didn't come back. After a while, they probably sobered enough to think about looking for him, but then it had gotten dark and they couldn't find any signs of where he had gone. Since this was in the 90s, they had to go down the town to be able to call for help, making it way later before anyone knew to start looking. Good old days when no one had phones. That way, I guess we go. Nothing ever bad happens to forest rangers in indie games, right? What a beautiful night sky. I love it. I like this mapping too. Look at this. Fantastic ledge this way. Okay, this is the... I feel like I played something similar to this. I mean, I played a couple of games about camping. It looked sort of eerie when I got to the abandoned camp. Everything left as it had been, almost like everyone had just been whisked away in the middle of their party. I remember something a senior had said once about a case when he began ages ago. A group of off-campers had just disappeared, people had looked for them for months, but nothing had ever been found. No remains or anything. My senior said he had been so hung up on their camp. Everything had just seemed ready for all of them to come back at any moment. A feeling had washed over that he would just come walking back from the forest behind him, turning more than once to the sounds of twigs breaking into the thick forest. Somehow this moment made me understand what he had felt. Well, the fire is out, so... Yeah, I feel like I play something really similar to this, but I cannot put my finger to it. Sorry. 5 years of playing RPG Maker games make you that. But I remember you have to collect items, and you actually started going with the group. Man, I cannot remember the name of the game. I'm probably gonna put like a screenshot of it somewhere in here. So I'm gonna, in post-production, I'm gonna remember it. So I kept looking, I couldn't really shake the feeling of being watched. Being alone while looking made me overly wary. The sounds I had usually thought to be just normal in the forest at night. Animals moving through the grass suddenly made me sure there was a bear with the scent of blood or a killer set on their next victim. The shadows of the trees had never felt this heavy before. Oh no. Standing on there was telling me that the others would join up with me as soon as they had just finished up the other job further down the mountain. A little ashamed of myself for having been so cocky just a little moment ago, then getting relieved when I heard I wouldn't be alone anymore. Then... Uh-oh. The shadows above me suddenly felt so much heavier. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Movements through the forest barely caught from the side of my vision. I didn't feel alone anymore, but not in a good way. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. I'm gonna run. I don't like this. I keep thinking as I walk. Don't look up. No matter what you do now, don't not look up. Some sort of primal instinct in me telling me that if I for some reason look up, it will be all over. Oh no. Do not look up. No, I'm not looking up. No, just gonna keep walking. The dry felt disappear again the second I were joined by the rest of the rangers. We all searched the rest of the night for the teenager. A few days later, a couple of walking found him far away from here. Everyone had been searching for him. He had been found in the top of a tree, bruised and beaten. But alive? It really blew up in the media at the time, mostly because no one could understand just what happened to him. In the end, the official ruling was that he had been attacked by a bear and had climbed up. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But he had then died from his injuries while waiting for help. Oh no. That really didn't explain how he had gotten there without any traces of blood off the tree. He had giant gashes over his chest, but there was no blood on the tree he supposedly climbed. Some say it was just... Is this about aliens? Some say it just looked like something had picked him up and smashed him against a tree. His wounds fit more with a hard blow than a bear attack. I asked my seniors about it at the time, and the one that had told me about the story of the missing hikers years before told me something that day that I will never forget. Just don't look up. I tried to ask him just what he meant, but he just repeated himself. Do not look up when he walks past you. I didn't really understand it at the time, but now, over 20 years later, I give the same advice to others. Search for the those missing, help those in need, do not let his forest burn, and when he is out walking, always keep your gaze to the ground, because he does not like it when people look back. It's over? It's over? I like that story, it's great. It's great because it doesn't tell you too much, but it doesn't tell you too little. That was quite the story to start the night with, wasn't it? A big thank you to Ranger Jonah, and I think I speak for all of us when I say we would love to hear some other stories about him in the future, yeah, for sure. If you just have any sort of eerie ranger stories you will want to share with us all, but both of the missing cases really sounded familiar. A group of friends disappearing and never being found. Wasn't that in a national park somewhere in the 70s? And then it became a big thing when a guy was found dead in the trees at the same camp and everything in the 90s. I think there are about 100 different renditions of the same stories all over the land, so it will need some extra research to be able to get an exact location. I know if an elder headed up to the national park, had a family disappearing in the 60s, and a kid was found hanging from a tree after going missing. There you have it, dear listeners. Our sleuth John has one more pinpointed story to its origins in less time than it takes me to read your stories. Now it's time for some music before it's time for some news. Oh, actual music. I got scared for a second. Oh, hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this. Oh no. I'm gonna sing over the music that's really good. I have some breaking news. People keep coming to me with stories. Are you bringing me donuts? Maybe. Great touch with the music, but I'm afraid I have to sing over it because I usually get copyrighted by this kind of thing. You again? You look like Jonah Jameson a little bit. You want pictures of Spider-Man? It's not gonna be the full 3 minutes of the song, right? Please don't. I'm running out of things to say. It's over? Oh, it's not over. Well, the game it's called Dusk Radio, so I don't know what I was expecting. There had to be music in here. Let's go. The police has released a statement regarding the growing amount of baked but comically rude letters sent to librarians around the country. While some of them can take the joke, most of them get it. We will not waste more time on bad puns that will make even our fathers cringe. The person writing this are already finished with the knowledge they wrote this. Harsh words, but I read one of those letters that they sent to the local library here in Hollow Falls, and yes, those bad puns are a scene in themselves. In more serious news, there was a fire at the Hollow Falls Church again. Thanks to an effective security system and the priest building up a reputation as a firefighter now, it seems those pesky heathens won't get the church this time either. Better luck next time. Father Connor S. Satanic Arsonist. 5. Satanic Arsonist 1. Yes, we count burning down the old outhouse as a small victory. Lastly, we'll go out with a warning that there will be a storm later this week. It should arrive by Sunday, and everyone are warned not to travel if not needed. Weigh down again anything that can fly away and cause damage. Follow any local channels to hear updates. If the situation worsens, we're here. Now we have given you some news, and we'll with that slide right back into the program. And with us on the phone, we have Alan. Can you hear me, Alan? I can hear you loud and clear, Alien. Wonderful. Are you going to tell us a story from your workplace? Yeah, I work in an office, and believe it or not, this story is just from a few days ago. Such a great concept for a game, love it. I got sick for a while and had really crunched hours when I got back to finish up a break on time. I started early in the day and hoped to get it finished before it went home that day. Sorry. It started getting really late, and before I knew it, the last of the staff had left to just left me in the office. I kept working hard, not really wanting to pull the same shit the next day. One day of working like this was enough, you know? Half an hour later, I started hearing things. I heard this last week, really, but you sort of heard it better when there was no other sounds around. A thudding sound coming from somewhere, like someone were thrusting something against a wall, in a monotone rhythm, the same speed each time. Man, sometimes I hear that out on my roof at night, but only some days. Started looking around for where the sound came from, unable to really focus on my work anymore as I were tired, and my concentration left the building ages ago. There we go. Nothing ever bad happens in offices in horror games, right? There is no horror games in offices when something bad happens when someone is left late at night alone. Why is there a ribbon on this door? And on this one too? Still work left to do. This is closed because us men are vile? Wait, it's red for men and blue for women? Wait, blue for men, red for women? I couldn't find where it was from in the end and decided to get back to work. Just the final stretch now, and then I could get home, get drunk, and not wake up before I had to get back to work after the weekend. But as I walked back to my desk, I heard it. There is someone in there, yeah. I put it at the back of my mantle, finding the woman that had her boat beside me, busy typing about Storm. I hadn't seen her for a while by that time, but I had also been sick for a week, so I didn't think too much over it. Just gave her a casual greeting as I walked past her. We never really spoke much before this, so I didn't find it too weird she didn't greet me back. She had always been the silent type towards me and everyone else as well. She's dead, right? Relieved I weren't alone anymore, I got back to work typing away at the sound I heard seemed to be gone as well now. She's dead. She's so dead. And I'm also dead. Well, I guess I'm not dead. I like these stories because since they are just being told, there's nothing you can do to change the outcome, right? An hour went by before I needed to go to the toilet. I hurried up, giving her a wave as I passed her, not to feel rude in any way, before I headed out. Go into the toilet with the spoon. She's still there. With the spooky woman. And I go to toilet. Was this open before? Still work left to do. Ben's toilet has been closed for a while because of things that shall be left unsaid. Really, no one wants to know about that. But because of that, we had to use the woman's toilet. Not that I minded, it was way cleaner and nicer than the shithole we had. I have no idea why, because women are not monsters, that's because. I did my business in peace and had it sat there, and I suddenly heard the door open. Uh-oh. Man, that's the worst. The only time I'm afraid of ghosts, it's when I'm on the toilet. There's nothing you can do. You're vulnerable in there. Someone walking to the stall furthest away from me. Silence for a little before I heard something. This weak sounds in the start before I realized someone was crying. Shit, no. No, fuck off. If this happened to me, I would run with my pants down. I panicked. Just what could I do? I didn't know the woman, and the entire thing was really freaking me out by this point. Yeah. I finished my business and I decided that I would wait until she went back to her desk and then maybe try starting up a conversation. Just to make sure everything really was okay. At least I told myself, this is scaring me a little bit. But I just wanted to get out of there. Somehow the wailing grew so loud it was like it was even from just one source anymore by the time I had gotten out there. Oh shit, man. Go back to that. Just leave the building. Oh my god, no. Startled up and over, I saw nothing could make it all worse before I got closer and heard it. There was no way she could have gotten past me. I just heard her in the bathroom. My feet walking without me thinking over it as it walked back to my computer. No. Now before I sat down thinking about how I should just have like it out there. Sorry. This was not normal at all. This woman's hand said won't work to me at all. She somehow transported in with me hearing, and then she transported from the toilet right to her seat again. Sitting in the corner now, I somehow feel like I had just walked into a trap. I tried working again, but my fingers weren't even hitting the right keys anymore. My eyes darting towards the top of the stall or behind me, just waiting for her to make a move. Then I heard the thuds again, louder now, echoing together with my heart in my throat. The flickering lights behind, oh no, and me growing worse too. Then they just cut out. And at the same time, the keyboard slams to stop. Complete silence as everything around me just turns dark. I'm gonna fucking die. I there and decided that I will just rather do another early morning over the weekend instead. I was going home. Oh, run! Run, 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 run. Oh, thank goodness. Oh shit, no. This way? The other way? I asked about her the next time I went to work, but no one, not even the bosses, had seen her for a while. And as she had been at work that night, they just said there was no record of her having coming for work that night. However, when they look into it, the record seems to have been messed up. How so? Because according to the record, she never left job 3 weeks ago. Oh no, she died in the building. She came in for an evening shift and never signed out again. The line seems to be about right. Yeah. Did someone else say anything? Is the reception bad? Shit, they need to fix the lines here at work. Oh, you're at work then? And if it's late? Yeah, no problem at all. I got back up this time. They are out getting some food now, so I decided to call in before they got back. You are... if that happened to me, I would never ever go, like, work alone again in my life. I would quit. It is a little embarrassing to call in with a ghost story after all. So you're all alone right now? Yeah? I'm alone right now. Oh no. Oh shit, no. 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 I think they're back now. I'll end my story here. Keep the good work. I hope I helped keeping some people from sleeping tonight. I'm not going to sleep ever again. Thank you so much. He died. He did. Someone actually died. Just what I was saying, like nothing bad kind of happens because it's just telling a story. Something bad happened. Well, since that it was it for Al, yeah, it's dead. Not sure what we heard there at the end, but let's hope Al will have more stories for us, and I don't think he will. I don't know about you guys, but that gave me the chills. Same. And with that, we are at the end of the road of tonight's episode. You have listened to Wake Me When It's Dark with your host, Eileen. This episode will also be available as a podcast on our website, as well as the rest of our archive. We send at midnight each weekday, and it's only thanks to you, our listeners, that we can keep this show going. No, seriously, without your stories, this show will not even exist. Yeah, that makes sense. So if you want to support us, send us your stories or try calling into the show. All the information on how to do so will be on our website. Until tomorrow night, keep safe, share your stories, and sorry to any of you that are work alone and had to listen to the last story. Thankfully I work from home. But I'm still alone. Can the ghost get me in my own home? Dusk Radio. Made by noinchan. Hopefully, I'm gonna lower the volume because I don't want to get copyrighted. Sorry about the songs. If you want to listen to the songs properly, go and download the game and play it yourself. In RPG Maker MC. Okay, so that was Dusk Radio First Transmission. I really want to know, and I really need that to be more transmissions because this was great. I think this is top 5 best concepts for a horror game. Not only I, as a child, used to love like radio shows, that spooky radio shows, you know, like you have to tune in at midnight for some spooky stories, right? There was no internet back then, so you have no way of verifying if what they say was true or not, right? It might be happening on another state, so you really have no way of knowing. It's great, and in a game, it allows you to make this kind of like anthology, right? Like it was only 2 stories in this game, but like it allows you to tell any story you want while keeping like the same concept, which is it's great, right? With the host talking about it, you know, it was amazing. That first story really reminded me of another game I played, which I cannot remember. You guys already saw the screenshot somewhere in here. But that second story was absolutely terrifying. I was like, something's gonna happen, and something happened. Obviously, the second was my favorite. I think it's really, really good. Be sure to tune in for our next broadcast. I will. It better. I'm gonna check the itch.io page of the developer. It better be another one of these because I need more. Maybe we could do something with the probably copyrighted music, but that's just a streamer problem, right? It does. Developers don't need to be concerned with that kind of thing. I can just lower the O. Don't look up. I'm gonna look down. I'm not looking up. Did I die? Screamer? No. Hello? Hello? Loading bar? Oh, it's not over yet. So, Professor Robert, what you're saying is that even fake stories can become real? I'm not saying anything like that. Shut up. But I'm bringing up in how many cultures there is a wisdom about not summoning evil by speaking of it. Oh, that is so true. It's the same as the expression speak of the devil and he will come. In some indigenous cultures in Scandinavia, they fear the northern lights and will not mention it. Speaking of it will make it appear, and will, according to their folklore, claim the souls of those it came upon. Some ancient countries say that telling ghost stories will eventually summon whatever. Oh, yeah, that is true, right? There's like I think in Japan there is like a game that you sit down in a circle and tell stories, and then a ghost appears and tells a story or something. I don't remember, right? It's like 7 stories or something like that. There's even some called Tulpa mysticism, a creature that is created from nothing but thought. In short, there are many examples in folklore where telling ghost stories can in the end summon something. That is something that radio shows used to do back then. Like, oh, if you listen to this radio show, bad things gonna happen to you because you're like bringing the evil into your life. I like this. This is so good. So you're saying Eileen is going to summon something soon if we don't stop her? No, what I'm saying is that with as many shows that has aired by now, it will be weird if something haven't been summoned yet. It is only a matter of time before we will find out the sort of powers, stories, and words might still hold in today's more scientific society. When it goes down, I'm still going to be here and tell everyone. I told you so. Well, thank you, Professor. Very helpful. Okay, so that was Dusk Radio, the first transmission. I love it. Need more of this. Amazing. Like I think I already said everything that I needed to say. If you guys want to play the game, the link will be down in the description. Please give it a try. Please comment that you want more, because I don't know if there's more of this. If there's more, I'm gonna play it. But if there's not, we need to make it happen. Hopefully it's not too late, because I think this game it's been out for a while, right? Actually, we can scroll because I'm playing on the web, right? So you can read the itch.io page here if you want. It's kind of this game. It's from May 4, 2023. So yeah, it's been out for a while, but hey, I love the concept. This is great. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Developer, for making the game. It is really, really good, and I'm spooked now. So I will see you guys in the game.